Hey there, and welcome. So, you're starting out with English, and let's be honest, speaking feels like the biggest, scariest mountain to climb, right? Well, today we're going to break down a really simple, practical roadmap to get you talking, starting right now.
Does this question just hit home for you? You might know the words, you kind of get the grammar, but the second it's time to actually speak, you just freeze. All you can think about is, what if I sound silly? What if I get it all wrong?
And listen, you are so not alone. This fear of making a mistake is by far the number one hurdle that almost every single new learner has to get over. See, it's not really a language block, it's a mental block.
So let's just change our goal for today. The whole point of this isn't to make you a perfect, flawless speaker overnight. No way. The goal is just to start talking. Because every single word you say, it's like a tiny hammer chipping away at that big wall of fear. That's our real mission.
Okay, let's dive right in. In this first section, we're going to start with two ridiculously simple techniques that you can use literally right now in your own home with absolutely zero pressure, I promise.
First up, we've got the labeling method. It's so simple, it's brilliant. Just grab some sticky notes, write down the English words for things around you, and stick them on. Table, chair, window, you name it. And every time you walk by it or use it, just say the word out loud. The magic here isn't memorization, it's about building a direct reflex in your brain between the actual thing and the English word. No translation needed.
Okay, now let's take that same idea outside. As you're going about your day, just start narrating the world with this super simple pattern. I see, look out the window right now. I see a tall tree. I see a blue bike. See, you're actively using English and there's zero pressure to have a big conversation with anyone. Now, for what I like to call a secret weapon for anyone who's a little shy, the whispering technique. This is a total game changer. When you're learning a new word or sentence, just whisper it. Seriously, this lets the muscles in your mouth practice the new shapes and sounds, especially those tricky ones, without that fear of someone overhearing you. It's like a private rehearsal. Once it feels natural, you can slowly turn up the volume.
All right, you're getting comfortable with single words and sounds. So what's the next logical step? Well, we take those words and start putting them into simple, pretend situations. This is where we start building up the confidence for the real world. Here are two perfect places to start. On the left, a basic greeting. I want you to actually try this. Stand in front of a mirror and say, "Hi, how are you today?" And then answer yourself, "I'm good, thank you." And you? On the right, talk about a hobby. "I like playing football after school." Saying these exact lines over and over helps your mouth and your mind get used to the natural flow of English. And you know what? To make this even easier for you, here is a complete little script. Think of this as your personal cheat sheet. Read it, learn it, make it yours by putting your name in there. Having a pre-made introduction ready to go is a massive, massive confidence booster. And of course, to nail that introduction, you gotta know the words, right? This slide breaks down the most important ones from that script. And look, it even has the pronunciation guides. This is the perfect chance to use that whispering technique we just talked about to really get these words sounding smooth. Now, all these techniques are great, but how do you make them stick? The secret is consistency, but you don't need hours. In fact, a short, daily habit is way more powerful. So this next section is all about a simple, totally sustainable 15-minute plan that anyone can fit into their day. And just look at this. It's not intimidating, is it? Just 15 minutes, and we've broken it down into 3 tiny 5-minute chunks. This whole approach takes away that "I'm so overwhelmed" feeling. It's not a mountain you have to climb, it's just 3 small, easy steps you take every single day. So what do you actually do in those 15 minutes? It's super simple. For the first 5, just warm up your mouth. The next 5, pick 3 simple sentences and just repeat them until they feel easy. And for the last 5 minutes, try to make 3 of your own sentences about your day. Like, I ate rice, I did my homework, I watched TV. That's it. So easy. All right, to wrap things up, I want to leave you with a few final pieces of advice, some key mindsets and tools that will keep you going on this journey, especially on those days when you just don't feel like it. Think of these 3 tips as your long-term toolkit. First, and this is the most important one, please stop being afraid of mistakes. They aren't failures. They are proof that you're trying and learning. Second, use the phone you're probably holding right now. Record yourself saying a few sentences every week. I promise, when you listen back in a month, you will be blown away by your own progress. And third, use technology. An AI tool can be your patient 24/7 practice buddy who never gets tired of your questions. And so,
Here we are at the end. We've gone through the plan, we've talked about the techniques. Now it's your turn. This isn't just some random question on a slide. I really want you to think about it. Maybe it's just, I see a window. Or maybe it's, hello, how are you, to your reflection in the mirror. The whole journey starts with just one sentence. So, what's yours going to be?